This isn't going to be a super long stream or anything. It's just I'm trying to kill time right now. Because I can't... It actually hurts to sit here at this desk. You can't really tell because I don't have the webcam on. But I'm sitting at a coffee table. I have pants on, or I have shorts on. But this is fucking terrible for your back. So I can't do long spurts of this. Actually, I should end the YouTube stream. You should watch me on Twitch. Nothing personal, kid. I don't think that makes much of a difference, but... Oh, okay. It's a bit closer. One more person. I know all of you uninstalled this game 2 years ago, but if anyone wants to bite the bullet for me... Alright. You can pick whatever you want. I don't care. Here's what I can tell you. May, I think, is broken. Or Pyro, I think, is broken. Torbjorn, engineer, can't put down a teleporter or a dispenser yet. I'm trying to find a way to. I don't know how to do it. I think there is some way with the workshop editor that I could place down a ring where if you walk into it, it teleports you. But I'm not that sophisticated. So I haven't gotten there yet. I'm gonna turn down the music. Let me know if it's too quiet. Thanks, Nido. Don't talk about hero. Oh, fuck. Whoops. Well, I failed. The lobby is TF2 testing, but it's full right now. I guess you can get a spectator spot. So I'm on scout here. I don't have a pistol, but I did have to do a lot of bullshit to make sure that you can't critical hit heads. You would think after 5 years they would just add a no critical hit option, but no. Here's what I had to do. I had to completely revamp Genji's damage, so no matter what, every time he attacks, it always does 105. Which is like roughly what a scattered gun does. There's damage fall off and all that, but I don't know how to implement that. Whew. And I'm not even entirely certain if it works, but I tested it on a Maybot and it seemed alright. Yo, I'm running circles around you! I love how even the Pharas instinctively just jump around constantly, even though they can't hover jet. Rip frames? Great. Also, if you're on the server, just let me know if you run into any quirks. I know this looks really rudimentary, but I put my heart... I opened up TF2 and Overwatch side by side and tested the speed of projectiles. I sort of estimated as close as I could movement speeds. I'm sure some are off, but... I tried to get it as close as I could. Everyone's playing Soldier. It's a bad idea, bro. Haven't you seen the scout buffs? I couldn't... Actually, could I? They updated medic so he runs as fast as a scout, right? I wonder if I could implement that on Mercy. Make Sombra's cloak timed? Yeah, I thought about that. I just don't know how. I guess I could have some workshop thing where if ability 3 is on for like 10 seconds, it turns off. I don't know. Oh, I also was trying to add a backstab for Sombra, but I cannot, for the life of me, get this shit to work. Also, I'm hearing frame drops are still falling. Sucks. Hold on, could someone on the enemy team go to your spawn and just help me test something? I need to test whether I can actually backstab. I can't do much about the frame drop, sorry, fellas. They can only drop the bitrate. Alright, just stand still, stay out of my line of view. That wasn't supposed to happen! So what happened there was, I think I set the effect to kill me. So I backstabbed him, and it backstabbed me. And killed me. Which is weird, because I have it set to victim. Whoops. I don't know how that happens. Damage... Oh, is it because I have it set... Oh, damage your victim. Okay, that might be... that might be the reason. No, it needs to kill the victim, right? Alright. Stay in, I'll start it up again. Good stuff on the video, Funk. I always like how you highlight various aspects of games that people don't usually talk about. Thank you. I don't want people to think that my newest video was a culmination of 10 months of work, because it wasn't. That was just something I kicked out over the last month, maybe not in between, but in supplement of the bigger video that I was working on. Because it's just taking too long, and I don't feel right going any longer without uploading. So that was like a month of editing. Maybe like 3 weeks. Medics don't have guns. Yep, I disabled her attacker. Which, I guess I could keep it. It's kind of like a syringe gun. I think I was just testing stuff out. Alright, same thing. Someone just chill at your spawn so I can come test the backstab. Hold on, I'll put on some... What's that TF2 album that came out on vinyl? Fight Songs. Eh, good enough. For anyone that just got here, there might be frame drops. You're free to scream and cry and yell F in chat if it happens. There's not too much I can do about it. Streams are gonna be weird for the next, like, 5 days, just until I get moved to my place. And then hopefully I can be back in business. Alright, so just look away from me, stay still. Alright, let me test the front. Yes! I did it! I added a backstab! Oh my god, I'm a genius! By the way, absolute bullshit. There isn't an... So you see all of these is using ability 1, ability 2. There isn't one for melee. So instead of having just player is using melee, I had to say player is not using ability 1, not using ability 2, not firing the primary. I basically had to tell the game, if the player is literally doing nothing except the one thing that they can do, which is melee, then insta-kill. Just to give you an example of how disjointed the workshop editor is. How much jerry-rigging it takes. But it does work. I can backstab now as Sombra, so that's good. You can still hack people. It doesn't really matter because no one has abilities, but I need to turn that off too. That sounds like Yandere, Dev. I don't think I can make her shoot slower, is the problem. I can only lower her clip. I tried to make it so she only has 6 shots and slow it down, but I couldn't figure it out. Here's another thing I need to test. I made it so when Mei freezes someone or attacks them, they'll light on fire and get afterburned. But I think I fucked it up, and if you damage them for more than a second, they just, like, instantly die. Which, when you think about it, is pretty accurate to the actual pyro, but not intentional. Damage feels low. They were getting healed, though. That might be why. Oh, we were both... How long did it take you to do this? Not long. To get where I am, I don't know, a total of maybe 2 afternoons. It's still far from finished. There's a lot to do. What I also thought about doing is they added this new map called Workshop Expanse, and it's just like endless void of nothing, and I wanted to try and create 5 CP. The problem is I can't actually build things like cover and boxes to stand on, so there's no point to doing it. Are you gonna mess with making Rhine demo night? That just seems... that seems like overkill. Let's get the core 9 working first. I did think about changing Junkrat so he would have a charge ability and his melee would do Eyelander damage, and every time he got a kill with his melee it would make him run faster. But then you could both charge and use your primary and attack at the same time. I don't think it would work well. Alright, Twitch chat, what's the most TF2 map in Overwatch? I think the best choices are probably Control Point. Assault is a lot like Attack Defense, but the problem is I don't have teleporters implemented yet. So if you're on defense and you play like heavy, then you can't die while holding first, otherwise you just lose. Let's try Paris. Paris is pretty TF2-y. There's one choke that funnels everyone through it, and then one where you can flank from 20 angles. Here, let me give you an example. Also, because there's not stun mechanics, Paris first will be a little less bullshit. It's a lot harder to spam. Especially because we don't have any explosive care. Remember guys, this is TF2. You're thinking like Overwatch. Think like TF2. We need soldiers for defense. Whatever. Junkertown? Yeah. I feel Junkertown. Thanks, Draco. But that has the same issue, where if you're on defense, it's such a long time to get back. And the thing that's different about Overwatch and TF2 is Overwatch has a lot of movement mechanics, so everyone can roll out fast. TF2 has teleporters, but I don't have that in this. I can't damage boost? Yeah, take a wild guess why you can't damage boost in the TF2 game mode. Dummy. Thanks, Premium Couch.
How do I damage boost with the Kritzkrieg?
Get ult. Overwatch is from 2015 or 2016. It came out in 2016, but it had betas running in 2015. So it depends on what you count. You know what? If I were heavy, I'd big dick this. You can't deflect. But I can't cover. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm worried Sniper might be too powerful. Just because there's no shields now. I think Orissa's a little too slow. You think so? Yeah, it's hard to get the speeds right, just because the proportions of maps are so different in each game that they don't really align one for one. So when Orisa looks slower, that might just be because the maps are bigger. Demo man backlining. Yeah, you know what? This is TF2. Sniper's OP. Sniper's a glass cannon. I should probably disable the assault rifle. Because look. You can't do that shit. Yeah, I'm turning that off. You can't do that shit as Sniper. I just thought letting her use her auto fire would make sense because it's like an SMG. But she doesn't have to swap to it, which is a problem. So, like, it makes sense, it just doesn't work. Also, I can't get a level 3. I guess the ultimate kind of... Actually, wait. Does Torbjorn's ultimate still give him a level 3? Or is that gone entirely? Because I'm wondering if I just made it so you could build ultimate and then it's perma-ult, but you can't use the lava? No? It's entirely gone? Damn. What's weird though is there's still a highlight for Torbjorn where he uses the level 3. Even though the level 3 mechanic doesn't exist anymore. Ain't that some shit? Have you watched or read anything during your move? No anime. Been watching through the second season of Afterlife, that Ricky Gervais Netflix show. It's very depressing but good. What the fuck? That was like an insta-tap. Which I guess you can do in TF2. Oh, you know what another problem is? I don't think I can slow down the charge rate of Widowmaker's scope. Even though it's way slower in TF2. Heavy flanking. Nice. You got backstabbed! I'm so glad someone used that mechanic. Have you watched Solar Opposites? I have, actually. I saw that last night. It's trippy. It's exactly what I would expect something Justin Roiland makes without Dan Harmon. It really shows you how much Dan Harmon reels that guy in for Rick and Morty. If Roiland could do what he wants with Rick and Morty, it would be it's a constant LSD trip. Although the newest season kind of is already that, so I guess we're there. I saw Midnight Gospel. The first episode does not do the rest of the series justice. I think the first episode of Midnight Gospel is really disjointed. They don't, like... I don't want to get too far into it, but Midnight Gospel is a show where a lot of the audio is podcasting, but it's a cartoon. But in the first one, they don't make a story out of it, really. Or at least it's not relevant to what they're saying. But in the later episodes, it is relevant, and I liked those. Funk, please give Medic a sidearm. I can't do anything. You are right. I think giving Mercy no weapons is a little too much. Hold on. Alright. Next round you'll be able to attack. Yeah, so this is the same issue. They have an Orisa on their team, but they can't make a teleporter, so he has to roll out. I also thought about turning Orisa's Fortify into a makeshift Gru Glove, but I don't think you can get rid of health. Although I could make it damage her. Like when Orisa uses Fortify, it boosts her speed temporarily. But it damages her by like 100 health or something. I don't know. I think you just turned on damage boost? No, I turned on secondary fire for Mercy. That's her gun. Actually, no. Maybe that is. You're right. I'm a dummy. This is what I want. I mean, to be fair, attack defense in TF2 is kind of a bitch to push, but this is a little much. Flank Pyro, M1. I think I need to boost May's damage. Just a little. Yeah, I think Paris is a wash. This isn't fair. Stream's dead? I don't know what you mean. Like, is it dropping frames again? If you mean it's underpopulated, then I know I'm a much better YouTuber. I'm sorry. Yep. Wow, that was indicative. I don't think attack defense is the call right now. We gotta stick to control point. What's that really long control point map? Ilios? Pyro's Afterburn doesn't hurt medic because of self-heal? I mean, to be fair, that's how it works in TF2 as well. It's just the Afterburn is much more damage. The problem is, if I raise Afterburn too much, it just, like, insta-kills everything. And I'm worried about boosting that. Next round, can you switch in some spectators? Yeah, I can move some people around. May as well. Alright, this is... I think this is a pretty TF2 map. Does the damage feel right? I don't know how many TF2 Overwatch regulars are on the server, but... Like, I made Orissa's do nearly 13.5, just like the heavy. Pharah does 90. I would have done 100, but there's no damage fall off. Sombra's gun could be a little bupkis. Nice Australian. Thanks, man. I got this puppy in Overwatch 2. In TF2, in TF3. In the TF3 campaign. Whoa! I don't know if that guy was hurt, or if this thing's one-shotting. Gotcha. Thanks, attack team. Maybe instead of boosting Afterburn, try lowering Med's self-heal a bit? I don't think you can adjust that on Mercy is the problem. They don't give you that many options in the custom game editor. And the workshop has its limitations too. Also, it's a bit generous on the rocket jump. I haven't figured out how to make it shoot me back vertically as much as it should. Did you remember fall damage? I don't know how to add fall damage, but that should be in. You're right. Alright, we'll do one more free-for-all, and after this, I want a proper competitive sixes meta. 2 scout, 2 soldier, etc. You saw that. Bruh. Oh my god, there's so many menus. I don't know what the proper damage is. I think the way I decided damage in this was I spawned a Pyrobot, or a Maybot in this instant, and I just tested every kit to see how long it took to kill a Pyro at mid-range, until it got roughly close to TF2. But I'm starting to see the flaws with that. With the Sombra literally one-shotting with a revolver. Jeez. Any plans to play Ghost Runner? Yeah, I started playing the demo, actually. It was really fun. Like, if I made a video game, Ghost Runner is probably close to what I would make. I've thought of streaming it, but I'm working with a 4-inch mouse pad right now, so I couldn't really finish the demo. I can't play FPS games that well. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to tweak the settings more than I am playing. Oh my god. Spy is broken. We need another spy update. This is... I wish there was more available things to change in this. I feel like I'm hitting some brick walls on development. Not all. Some of it's just me being bad at scripting, but... Oh, Ghost Runner is like a parkour melee FPS game, if that makes sense. Think Mirror's Edge and Titanfall 2. Kind of working in tandem with each other. Thanks, Clods. I disabled his jump, kind of. You can still get up if you're close enough, but it should stop the player from trying. I couldn't disable it, so I had to basically set a function that just says, no! Go back! Thoughts on Open Fortress? I actually played it today. The installation is a bitch. Although, to be fair, it's not a stable build yet. Open Fortress is like... It's like Quake, but in TF style, for those who don't know. I think it's fun, but the time to kill is so short, and the servers are so big that it's almost hard to have fun. Because you spawn and die within the next 5 seconds. And that's even if you're a good player. I won every game that I played of Deathmatch, but you spend so much more time dying in that game than you do in, like, Quake. I feel like they let too many people on the server. That or the maps are not big enough to support the numbers. Cool concept, though. Alright. Wow. I don't know how to move... I wish there was a way to just randomize. So I'm gonna set it to Oasis. And we're gonna play a competitive match, okay? I don't... Who's been here a while? I'm just gonna go down the list. Sorry if I pick someone that's been in here a while. I'm just going randomly. Okay, if you're on the server, I want you to conform to official TF2 competitive meta. Which is 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, 1 demo, and 1 medic. I don't care who plays what, but I want a nice, clean, fair game here. No, no Sealger, no snipers. We're not playing Prolander. Funk, God, I miss when Overwatch was fun. It's gotten better. It's still not my preferred FPS game. I'm not really going to boot up for that reason. But they're kind of moving in the right direction. Alright, Ali, you can play Pharah. You can play Scout or Soldier. It's your pick. Scout's my most played and Soldier is my 3rd most played, so I can go either way. Heavy is a close second. What is your preferred multiplayer FPS? This guy's got a couple of loose screws, if you know what I'm saying. I'm sitting here desperately trying to recreate Team Fortress 2, and you're unironically asking that question. Probably Paladins. Sorry, I'm being sad. It's been very busy. I'm a little sassy today. If I sound like an ass, it's just because I haven't eaten. Damn, he got me. Another thing I wanted to implement was... Jeez. I want to find some way to let Mercy overheal her team. You know how Symmetra used to be able to give her teammates shields? And I guess Brigitte can. I want to find a way to let Mercy give her teammates shields as if it's overheal. Well, the good news is it definitely feels as annoying as fighting a scout. I need to fix that. There's no way to specifically get horizontal knockback, so I can only make it shoot me up. Jesus. So the big things that are holding this back from feeling the most like TF2, I would say, is there's no damage fall-off. There's no fall damage, which for a map like this, like on that elevator, you can tell. And there's no, like, dispensers or anything. Sealger! This is not Prolander! You are replaceable! Bo, I feel like you come to every one of my streams and tell me to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I will. I never saw Season 4, I'll watch it. Just seems like a very specific thing. By the way, at long range, a rocket launcher is supposed to do like 40 damage, but since there's no fall off, I can just do 100 damage from across the map. You can see how that might be a problem. This comes off as a little half-baked. Uh-oh. Oh, also, Genji can reload all of his scattergun with one reload. That's another problem. I mean, it's there. It's not TF2, but it's there. I'm trying to think about how I can adjust this. I feel like I need to lower Genji's damage. I think 105 is just a little too bonkers for even a scout. Would turning off headshots for Genji do anything? It should already be off. Is the thing. It should... Oh, fuck. Whoops. Can you give me back the... Blevins Tyler, can you give me back the leader? I left the server. And I didn't save the settings, so I think that's all gone. You would think they would have a more obvious button that is go back to menu and not leave. Thank you. Alright, let's try a different map. Let's try Escort. Let's do some Swiftwater. Havana? I think Havana's new since the last time I tried this. So the thing I was trying to set up is like this. Each player for Torbjorn, if button is held for interact, then create effect. I want to create an effect where the player is. There's a lot of stuff I need to try and set up. So what I'm trying to set up is when I hit interact, it places a sphere, like one sphere there, that's the entrance of a teleporter. Then you roll out, hit the button again, make the exit. Then anyone that walks in the first sphere will teleport to the other. That's the only way I can think of giving Torbjorn a telly. And it's gonna be pretty scuffed of a setup, but Can May deflect? Nope. There might be a way to. Or at the very least a way to nullify damage. I don't think you could send back rockets, though. Double demos. We're not doing rules. You can play whatever now. That was the test one before. Did I just get one shot? By a rocket? Oh my god. You can make a circle with healing for the dispenser. Yeah, that was what I was thinking. The problem is you can't destroy it. Pre-recorded? It is. You would think there would be some way to steal abilities. Like, just take Symmetra's Telly and give it to Torbjorn, but no. It's hard-coded only into her kit. There's some stuff you can do, like you can take the hacking effect and stuff, but it's not as competent as it should be. Dude, this damage is... I feel like there is a way to... There probably is a way to do damage fall-off, honestly. If I do each player... How do I do this? Set player variable. Wait, no. Set... There's a damage modifier somewhere. Start damage modification. So there should be some way to calculate if the victim is a certain distance away from the attacker. Then start a damage modifier that lowers it by X%. And I think I could fake damage fall off that way. Yeah, there's a problem when I'm getting one shot by a scatter at that range, even at point blank. Reduce damage based on time. That was a headshot. I think it still shows the headshot indicator, even if it's a hard-coded number of damage. You can try to turn Mei into Genji for half a second. There's an option of hero preloading that theoretically allows this. Theoretically, the universe is a simulation, but theories don't do much justice for pragmatic reality. Show files? I don't know what you're saying. Yeah, I don't want her to have a direct hit. It's supposed to be a rocket launcher. Oh my god, this is all a mistake. None of this is functioning as intentionally. Well, it's functioning intentionally, but the damage is way off. You should not be able to one-shot that hard. At any range. But I don't know how to calculate player distances from each other. I should have done this right out of high school, because I would remember how cosine and degrees interact with each other in this environment. But it's all gibberish to me. Listen, I'm a video editor. Don't have much scripting under my belt. It's possible that every one of his ninja stars does 95 damage, which means if all three of them hit, then he's actually doing pretty much enough damage to one-shot anyone. Like, what, 360? Somewhere around there. Also, I can't upgrade the turret, but there's not much I can do about that. You almost got it. 285? Yeah, it's still way too much. Ah. Three times something less than 100 is not over 350. You're right. I had 180 in my mind, but I think I doubled 180, so I was thinking 360. I went 90-90 is 180. So 180, 180. As you can tell, they graduated 5 years ago. No, it would be like, what, 250. Ugh. Math is pretty hard. Listen, I've been walking up and down 3 flights of stairs for the past week every day, unloading very heavy boxes. My brain is at half functionality right now. And that's on top of trying to make a video game essay to release. I don't have much cells to spare anymore. I should have won that fight. Mathematically, Heavy wins that matchup. Also, there's no rev on the minigun. I can just instantly go whole hog. So that could be an issue. At least for damage and speed, it's possible to compare values between TF2 and Overwatch's wikis. Like Farah's rocket should be 75% and her walk speed 80. That's true. I've been eyeballing everything, as you can probably tell. The problem is, you have to do everything in Overwatch by percentages. So you'll notice that my max health is 302. That's because I can't do half percentages. So I can only get close to 300. I'm not moved in till at least Friday Blue. I don't plan on doing a house tour. I'd like to get stuff moved in first. Also, before anyone says washed up heavy main, I got a 4-inch mouse pad, and it takes 11 inches for me to do a 360. So, just saying. What's the limit of sphere you can have? Like the amount? I don't know what the upper limit is. I could probably give every engineer on the server a dispenser and stuff. Change your sensitivity, but then I aim even worse. Also, I'm on a 60 hertz monitor, which is disgusting. Fucking disgusting. I usually do 250. I don't know if this is a necessary part of it, but I'm just gonna be safe. Hold on. This isn't the full working teleporter. I'm just trying to see if I can spawn in a sphere in the way I want to. I think it'll be attached to my character, though, as opposed to just on the floor. I might need to set it to eye position. Oh, yep, it's attached to me. I'm a walking sun. I'll just play like this. No, 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 wait, guys, wait. This is, watch this. Wrangler. Yeah, I did it wrong. Hold on. We're gonna get pulled in and out of maps a lot, I hope you don't mind. I'll set it back to control so you can at least walk around. Can I set it to just, like, skirmish mode? Hold on. Does anyone in chat... I know none of you are going to be able to help me, but if I set it to eye position, it'll just put it where I'm looking, right? So if I look at the ground and use it... This is why I need to stream Overwatch more, just so I get the people that know how to work this goddamn thing. Yes, maybe, probably. Thanks, guys. Bruh, Blizzard should replace 2CP with payload race. Oh, you haven't heard of Overwatch 2? I have some good news for you. It's my water. Water. What the fuck? It's still on me. I didn't even hit the button. Did I fuck up the condition? Oh, I don't have the hit button. I'm a dumbass. Is button held? Interact. True. The problem is I don't know how to... Hold on. One more time, I'm sorry. We're doing this one step at a time, alright? And if it doesn't work, I'm just gonna play. I don't need a button to disable it. Although I guess that would... You do want to destroy your teleporter. I think it would be better if I just created one button to make a tele entrance, one button to make a tele exit, and then you can move them by hitting the same button. You can't destroy them. Maybe you can code that in, but I feel like that's too much work for me. Okay, this is not... I'm just spawning more. It's not even see-through. I think it's spamming the command. I can see God. He's a heavy main. Oh, I'm sorry, he's a... sniper. Of course he is. Of course God would be a sniper player. Just sitting in the clouds. Just taking pot shots at every 90-year-old. Light mode users be like... I gazed into the iris, and the iris gazed back at me. The good news is it covers my hitbox, so they can't... Oh. Oh god. Oh no, it's gonna follow me. Like... Alright. I'm just gonna abandon this entire rule. It's not worth it. It was worth a shot. Frames dropping. Get used to that. I'm mostly just trying to gather information right now. I don't want to get too hard in the paint of editing these values. Mostly because I don't even know where to begin. Like, how do you address the fact that Widowmaker's scope just charges in 0.5 seconds? When there's nothing you can do in the workshop editor to lower that? And you ask yourself why. You would think it's pretty easy to implement, just in the same way they let you disable every ability and hacking and all that. Just have one that adjusts the value of scope speed. Why does Genji have 126? Because I explained it earlier. You adjust their individual values by percentages rather than straight numerical values. So I don't write in give Genji 125 health. I say give Genji 120% of his original health. Or whatever the number is. It's stupid. I can't make a right click slower. Nice. I mean, it feels like Scout. A lot of jumping around. If I could disable the 2 other shurikens he throws on the side, this would honestly be kind of perfect. The problem is he throws 3 of those, and if you get close enough, you're talking about like one-shotting tanks. I would also love to give Mercy some sort of an Ana gun, like a makeshift crossbow, but I can't. I can't make Sombra's ammo 1. You want to know why? Because there's a literal minimal value, which is 25%, that I can't go lower for her ammo. Don't know why. It's an arbitrary number for them to pick. I can't imagine there's any engine limitation from them doing 24%, but they just made it minimum 25. Overwatch custom games. As long as it's not too custom. We don't want you making a game that's more fun than our actual one. Oh my god. A soldier who can aim upwards. That's scary. Why can't you have Mercy swap to Ana when you press 2? I guess you could, but then it would probably reset her ultimate, which is basically deleting your Uber. And that's kind of a problem. But you are right. I could make it change heroes, sort of like they're swapping weapons. But I would need to find a way to keep the ultimate value. Which I feel like can't be impossible. I thought sprays were disabled on Valve servers. How fucking ironic is it that I got closer to accurate TF2 in Minecraft than I did Overwatch, a game specifically inspired by TF2? I don't know why, that just doesn't seem right to me. Oh, come on! This is a pub server. Everyone's playing engineer. I have Dane viewers on my stream. Pyro buff, please. Yeah, it seems like I may have changed her a little too much. I'm gonna go back to 4 damage per afterburn tick. Also, I need to give self-damage on his concussion mine. But I don't know how. I need to figure out a function that specifically I don't know, events when he hits himself with a concussion mine and then apply damage. But I don't know if there's a way to track that. Because Minecraft has more flexibility than Overwatch. Your mom has more flexibility than Overwatch. And I would know. I call her in the nursing home every weekend. She doesn't talk to you much. Why don't you call your mom more, bro? Demomon takes skill. Hey, you can't build turrets on the payload. Is Overwatch even a movement shooter? I would argue Destiny 2 is more of a movement shooter than this game. No, it is. It's just... It takes so many different genres of stuff and it stuffs it in that it kind of detracts from the movement part of it, but it is a movement game. Funk, eat something, you grump. Why? Oh, you're saying I'm grumpy because I haven't eaten? You'd be right. I had an English muffin today. And some water. It probably should. It's not going to be a super long stream, so I'll eat in the next hour or two. Play Spy. I'm the streamer, though. I can't really get away with Spy. Stream delay. I don't think there's a way for me to slow down Sombra while in Cloak either. She gets a speed boost. Actually, there probably is. Honestly, the problem isn't that you can't do stuff in the workshop editor. It's that it's really unintuitive how you do it. It's not if X function is true, then do X. It's if these 17 functions are false, then do X. And you have to find every single false function, and if you miss one, then the whole thing breaks. Gonna trick stab. Check this out. And they say he's not viable in sixes. Hack the health pack. I can, but I'm trying not to because I know I'm not supposed to. That's so fucked up. You can instant melee out of Cloak. Yeah, I can rotate you in Zweek. It works. I'm glad the backstab works. This is one of the things I figured would fail. I can hack turrets. That I will allow. Unlimited cloak. It's just cloak and dagger, guys. Just pretend I'm picking up ammo packs and it's the default pocket watch. But yeah, no, I really should not be able to perma cloak. But that's what pub spies do anyways, so whatever. How exactly did you give Sombra a backstab? Through way too much goddamn work. Through all of this. I also made it so it makes an impact sound when it slaps. Also, I just want to get it out there. I'm not the first person to try and make this mode. Many have tried before me, but few get this far because they realize how limited the workshop editor actually is. It's not entirely. You can do some fun stuff, but I think I'm kind of stretching it to its limits. God damn it. Permacloak is fair because you can't disguise. You know what? I agree with that. I wonder if there is a way for me to disguise. I totally bet you I could fake disguising if I just give her buttons that turn her into other heroes but disable every ability. And the second you attack, it just turns you back into Sombra. I honestly, I bet you I could. It wouldn't be worth it. Also, I don't think it works like that. I would have to disable, what is it, the nameplates and the outlines. But if I did that, then maybe. That's how you fuck up the game, calling in other heroes in place of the character. Yeah, well, I'm already pushing this shit to its limits, so I may as well just reduce stability as well. Just go for the full workshop package. What did you change in Genji? Like, I just disabled his wall climbing and his deflect and his primary fire. But he's still a little fucky. I thought briefly of maybe trying to make Hanzo scout and then not letting him charge up his arrows, but I know that shit's just a disaster waiting to happen. Shouldn't have stood still, bro. I don't even know that's possible to do on a human-controlled. I feel like you could. You literally just... Well, actually... You could change into any other hero on the spot, but the problem is, I think those heroes would still function like they're supposed to, so I couldn't disable the ability to attack. That person would just, like, be a soldier. And at that point, you're not even playing Spy, you're just playing the random class. Damn. Spy's kinda nasty, not gonna lie. The Questioneer. I can't believe someone remembered that joke. Good on you. That's some OG funk stuff. Hit reg! I blame hit reg. Yeah, I think it's better to just let her have infinite cloak and not let her disguise and call it a day. Listen, I'm not making this because I think I can get it accurate. I'm just making this because I'm curious how close you can make it. I think I can get much closer than I am, but it's far and away from where I could get it in Minecraft. I can tell you you're more likely to see another Minecraft TF2 stream than an Overwatch one. Just because today is teaching me how awful this is. FUNKe, I don't think you can disable outlines, and even then, Mercy can spy check just by hovering. Oh yeah, that's true. No, actually no, I disabled her glide. But there's too many other limitations, so I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just brainstorming out loud, honestly. I thought of giving Mei her secondary attack, just so it's like a flare gun. But again, the problem is you don't have to swap to it like you can in TF2, which is something you should be able to do. I honestly think, though, if I had some mapping tools, I could sell this way harder. You don't think about it, but a lot of TF2 has stuff built. Like in TF2, there would be a box here and a barrel here. And then even heavies could probably climb their way up. Not everywhere. There are some locations only, you know, like soldiers can get, but that's mostly reserved for really high up stuff. Whereas Overwatch has a lot of selective high ground that I can't do anything about. I could spawn a sphere right here that bounces the player back and maybe... like, I could do some weird shit, like have a teleporter that takes you up there. And that would be the closest workaround as I could get to the verticality problem. But at the end of the day, it's just... you know, it's duct tape. It's duct tape over a sinking ship. Flex tape, on the other hand. You still see the glide UI even though it's disabled? Oh, well then yeah, it's even more unworkable. It seems like escort works okay for balance. I don't know if others feel differently. The spawns aren't completely terrible. But I also was half paying attention, so maybe that's entirely wrong. Alright, I'm turning on Junkertown and Gibraltar. A funky dude. Good name. Can you make it so you don't get afterburned as May? Maybe. I didn't think about that actually, but yeah. Pyro should be inflammable. I won't lie, Overwatch's customization is good, but Paladins does it better. That's a little broad. Could you be more specific? Do you mean just in the vanilla game, the customization is better? Because, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to disagree with you. To my knowledge, Paladins doesn't really have creation tools, though. So there's nothing in that direction. Paladins has customization in that you can change card sets and buy items throughout the game that massively influence your playstyle. And I think that's the main reason it's a better game than Overwatch. Just objectively speaking. Every hero in Paladins doesn't have to play the same per player. Every person that plays Soldier 76 is gonna play it somewhat the same way. But in Paladins, you know, Victor can be... you can just throw frag grenades constantly. You can heal while sprinting. There's a lot of options. I'm instinctively trying to damage boost, but I have to remember that's not how it works. Doctor! Wow. Oh god, they're doing the NG strat. This is not fair. Sorry. Also, you keep ultimate through death, which is just some pussy Overwatch stuff. I wouldn't have done that if I could disable it. I tried to make Mercy's ultimate charge at about 40 seconds, you know, as long as a fast Uber would build. But I have not implemented... what is it? Invincibility on her ultimate. I think it's just her ult. Battle medic. To disable Mercy's float, make her perma-hacked? Oh, that's smart. I didn't think of that. I feel like that would be a really annoying thing to look at as a medic player. I don't actually know. Would it just be the hacked effect? What is it? Hold on. Oh, status is what I'm looking for. I was looking at effect. Set status hacked 999. Condition hero equals mercy. So that should make it so mercy's perma hacked. Me when new video, but still no FUNKcraft. Well, the good news is, part of the reason I didn't want to do FUNKcraft was because I hadn't uploaded in so long, that it didn't feel right to start, like, a big stream thing. But now that I'm moving, and I should have Google Fiber, which means I can host my own server, and it should actually be stable. Third-party Minecraft hosting is a bitch. You can get the job done, but it's just, it's a bitch. So, if I can set up my own tower, you may see FUNKcraft soon. Oh my god. The problem isn't even that it's on the payload per se, it's that it's hard to hit, even with, like, rockets. Because sentries are not supposed to move. God damn it. Someone always ruins it. Well, I don't remember Medic doing that, but it's a quick fix. Are you gonna make a video on paladins? It has a section in that movement shooters script I have. I don't know about a dedicated video. I thought of doing a funk study on paladins, but that's gonna wait until at least the main channel video of the relevant subject is out. No one's gonna appreciate this, but I spent excess time making sure the gravity of Junkrat's bombs closely matched the demo man's pills. I went all out on the little details, and yet it's still not fun. You have to aim it up a bit more than normal Junkrat. Can you make Soldier have a market gardener? I could probably make it so that if Farah is airborne and she gets a melee, then it'll do critical damage. It just would be a little unbalanced because she can melee at any time and she doesn't have to pull it out. And that's the problem. It's fun, just not 100% TF2. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm streaming. I was doing testing off stream, and I kind of hit a limit where I can only get so much data alone. So this kind of helps me get a feel. But man, there's so many gentlemen's agreements that have to be made. Can everyone agree to not build on the payload? No? Well. What do you think of the EXP changes? Of what? Overwatch? I don't care. I specifically don't commend people because I want my level as low as possible. I don't want people to think I play this game. Especially because I'm way worse at it now, so if I played competitive and I was a high level, I would get absolutely roasted for how bad I am. Experimental. I haven't played whatever the newest one is, but the times I have played experimental, it seems to be in a good direction. I like the environment that Echo facilitates, where not every fight is stuck on the ground, where there's more aerial combat. Nice. Demoman takes skill. God, the turrets have way more range, I feel like, than in TF2. You know, being able to shoot stickies at the same time as the pills is a little broken. But fuck it, I'm gonna use it. Just ban people who build on the payload? I can, but it's just... I would rather be able to disable it. Oh my god, how much health do they have? 2 pills should totally kill a turret. Do I need to buff junk? I might need to buff junk. Or nerf the turret health if I can. Ow. No, this isn't sub only. Anyone can chill out. You forgot to rotate me? Oh, sorry. You know how it is. You kind of just go match to match. You know what? I'm pulling out Alex because he built on the cart. There. Turret cart makes up for not being able to move turrets. Oh, I don't know if you built on it. I was just trying to get Zweekin. You're kind of right, though. You can't pick up your turret, but you can destroy it and remake it pretty quickly, so I don't think he needs that. Lower fire rate, higher damage, longer range. On what? The turret? Again, I don't think I can actually adjust the turret by that much. I can only change, like, the cooldown time on it. I can't actually adjust. Thanks, Sonic fan. Yeah, someone said that this sort of highlights the differences between these two games and how you can't make Overwatch into TF2. I don't think that you can't, in theory, so much as the game just doesn't have the tools to do it. If the workshop had more range, more ability to edit individual values, then I could get pretty close. It's just like I can't change the turret in the way that I need to. I tried to make Pharah's self-damage about even, so you can rocket jump like 3 times safely. Sphere on payload that doesn't let you touch it? That wouldn't stop the turrets, because you could just throw the turret through the sphere off the side of it. And I mean, you could stand on the turret in TF2. That's the issue isn't that. It's all snipers. My team. You know what this team needs? 5 more snipers. No, Mei doesn't freeze. She just afterburns. The enemies are yellow just because of my color preferences. I like the yellow outlines more than I do red. That's not, like, part of the game. Although I guess for this I probably should make it to red. Thanks, fat angry toddler. I mean, I'm nostalgic for the commentary days, don't get me wrong. It's just I think my talents are a bit more in the writing department. And he's getting pocketed. I like how far it loads in 6 rockets, but 2 disappear. Yeah, we're functioning off grenade launcher rules. Could you? I can't believe that worked. Where? Bye. Sombra feels mostly right. Other than the fast walking and the cloak, it's pretty spy. Same kind of gameplay. Oh, C9. That would be a backstab. Sombra, Pharah, and Widow all feel good. Torb term damage way too high. Yeah, I'm in agreement. Let me look and see what I can actually change. Turret cooldown time, that doesn't help. Damage dealt, that's to his gun. There's just no way for me to actually change that. That's frustrating. Alright, we'll play another game or two. Why don't we just do like a deathmatch? You guys want to play arena mode? Oh, I didn't disable the other maps. Hold on. Actually, a Halloween map would be pretty fitting. Later, Gibson. Oh fuck, people are figuring out that Engineer's broken. I tell you, it'll be worth reviving this gimmick when they implement that tug-of-war mode. That's probably the closest I'll get to a TF2 map. Basically sounds like a mix of 5CP and payload. Which of these feels the most like their TF2 counterpart, in your opinion? I would say Pharah just because it's so simple. It's literally just a rocket launcher that you can jump with. It's hard to fuck that up. Although, the vertical pushback isn't as high as it should be, but, I mean, that is close. Genji feels pretty scouty. You can tell that it's not designed like a TF2 map. Just because as a scout you'd be using props for jumping more. But mechanically it's there. Also, trust me, if I could do like a 12v12 match, I absolutely would. It's just not really on the table. Do you have your workshop mode public? I want to try and fix something. How do I make it public? Anyone's welcome to grab this and do what you want with it. Hold on, I should make a code. Right. 50 ROP. 50 ROP for anyone that wants to take this and try to make it better than I did. 50 ROP is the code. Oh, God. Oh. I can't tell if that's server lag or some weird strafe thing I implemented. Someone made a B-hop script that I tried to import, but it didn't feel right. It was a 0. It was thinner than an O. It was an anorexic O. Guys, it's... Oh, wait, the first one. Yeah, 50R0P. Yeah. Doesn't really feel like an arena mode map. I think the problem is TF2 characters are built to do way more fast damage than in Overwatch. So the maps are a little more tight than they should be. Alright, let's do a Halloween. What's a Halloween? Fuck it, let's do an escort. Eichenwald or Hollywood. I want to skip to the funny part. There's no funny part, man. I'm playing Overwatch. I'm not putting on a show for you. I'm just trying to kill time until I don't have to work from a goddamn couch. I don't have to. I could bring a chair up here, but I just didn't. I don't have to work from a couch. I can't have my setup at the condo that I previously lived in. It's not that I can't, it's just that when I moved in I had 2 roommates, and then one of the roommates added a 3rd roommate, and then the roommate that I knew moved out, so then the other 2 roommates invited 2 more people to replace that roommate. So the place that I lived, IRL, now just has 4 random people that I don't really know. So I ended up taking my whole rig, and it's set up at my parents' place while I find my own. But part of the trade-off is it's not really a professional setup right now. It's pretty makeshift, pretty half-mast. Babylon Hotel. This is the first time I've ever seen that sign. It must just be only on the Halloween map. I mean, yeah, this is demo, man. This is about as core demo as you get. Gunshot Bride. Oh, we have double scout. No, Junk's pretty much the same as his core. There's not that much you can do. I just heard a wolf. There's not that much you can do to Junk to make him more like Demo Man. He's already pretty close. I wanted to give him 8 concussive mines. 1, I can't, and 2, that would probably be extremely broken. I mean, if there weren't class limits, then going all scout would be pretty meta. There's a reason you can only have 2 scouts max in 6s. Sightlines like these is why you can't perfectly make TF2. Because I don't think they would give you sightlines like this. At least, they would be much smaller. Like, once they got up to here, I would not be able to still snipe. They would only give you, like, 2 sniping areas. You can do some damage with a body shot. Which I guess is accurate. Do you agree when you drew the Paladin's learning curve as a straight line? No, I think that was a misguided... It was just a joke for that learning curve video. I didn't really say that with any sense of confidence. No, I think Paladins has a higher learning curve than Overwatch, by far. I don't even think it's a competition. Now, I think... Actually, well... So here's the thing. Mechanically, Paladins has way more going on. There's way more stuff to learn and get right. But, you know, the hitboxes are so stupid that, you know, it's not as hard as it should be. You know, learning how to play frag grenade only Victor it's only so hard when it's so easy for those things to connect. Just because the hitboxes are like 3 times the size of the actual... Oh my god. I'm glad you're getting in the spirit of it. We call that a chambra. A chambry. Scout honestly feels a little too fast. The time to kill is pretty accurate to TF2. That was the thing I was most worried about. I mean, I can still walk up to someone and one-shot them, but that's not completely foreign to TF2, to be fair. Add Putis Orisa. How do you do a friendly Orisa? Just fortify. Fortify makes you unable to shoot. Turns you into a literal statue. You don't win that matchup. I'm a generalist, bro. I did briefly think about making Sim only have 1 turret and just calling her a mini sentry, a gunslinger NG, but there's no way to do it right. I can't make it so they can't go on walls. I don't think I can really adjust the turret health or damage output. It would work, but it's... I think Torbjorn's the call. Thanks, Oyumi. Zarya Putis? I could, but I don't think it's fitting. I just think Orisa fits better. Also, Zarya has an effective range, maximum, whereas Orisa can still shoot across the map. Whereas Zarya can't. Oh! Nope, cannot upgrade turrets. Sorry, Remix. I kicked him out earlier. Just wanted to get him back. For anyone that I've seen a couple people in chat recommend stuff like make Reinhardt demo night. I've streamed this before years ago and I tried stuff like that. I had Hanzo as a huntsman sniper. I can't remember any other examples, but I tried to get all of the subclasses and it just, I don't know, it didn't, it was a stretch. You can do it, but it's just a stretch, I think. That'd be a good place for a Torbjorn. They have a spy, though. This damn baby mouse pad. I gotta pick up my mouse like 4 times to get a 360. Do Dragon Ball Overwatch? I don't even have the code anymore. I'd boot it up right now if I did. One more. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it just for one game. Alright, Reinhardt. No barrier field. Yes, charge. I don't know what the charge cooldown is. I'll just raise it. No fire strike. Yes, melee. No ultimate. I think he's already set up, actually. I think he's still set up from last time. Alright. Let me just... I'll move people around. Who's been here a while? Air, you've been here a while. I'm letting in Remix. Everyone in Spectator has been here. You've played. But I'll cycle a couple. Oh, you know what I should implement? Every time Reinhardt gets a kill, he gets a speed boost. And a health boost. Wait, 295? Have they changed Reinhardt's health in the last few years? Because it might have... fucked up. What is Demo's health? 175? By default? I'm just gonna ballpark it. Yeah, no cart turret. I mean, I'm not gonna kick you if you do it. I'm just saying, like, gentleman's rules. 185? That's close enough. I'm gonna leave that and just say he has the booties on. 200 with booties? Alright. I should actually buff it then. Hold on. I gotta do one more reset. Maybe 2 if I fuck this up. Please add Babyface Blaster 76. I respect the idea. I'm not going to, but I respect it. What's the charge cooldown? 20 seconds? Ooh, that is a bit high. I don't really get why you have to reset the match just to change these numbers, but whatever. Charge cooldown time. I'm gonna aim for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Got the headless horseman's axe. Just for the record, Demo Night is not viable for 6s. I think this is ESEA legal. 14 seconds. I won't reset the game, but I'll fix these numbers. But we'll just play through. It's close enough. And health. $41. It's misleading because I'm playing as Reinhardt and I think, oh, I can survive anything, but I'm gonna get shredded. Whew. You know, now that I think about it, I didn't change his damage, so I think he's still doing Overwatch damage, which is like 200. No, it's like what, 95 for Rein Swing? Which actually isn't that far off. It's like 75 for a sword. If only I could resize Rein. Not even his proportions, but just make his entire body just 40% smaller. 65 on swords. I'm fine with the charge killing, because that's basically like the charge swing combo. That kills most stuff anyways. But yeah, I think the damage might be a little high. The speed might be a little high too. This is like full Islander speed. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Demo Knight still has a higher skill ceiling than Reinhardt somehow. I don't even know how that works. But these are kind of the compromises you have to make when you're bad at workshop editing. There might be some way, like an event where if player is charged, then nullify damage dealt or something, but I don't think it ruins it. God, you go so fast. Rein should have higher health due to his size. I'm not really balancing in proportion to their physics. Roadhog is fat, and he has more HP than Reinhardt. I don't think even Blizzard decides based on that. Also, if we're going by that rule, then Zarya should have less health. She's not that big of a tank. I feel like Doomfist could stand up to her. HP is based on dick size. I won't argue with that. Wait. Got some questions about Zarya then. Yeah, I guess it's fair. Scattergun doesn't conventionally go that far, but I was low, so... Well, you can all probably tell that I gave it my all. I tried. And that's really what matters, right? The effort, not the conclusion. I'll make myself feel better about this absolute disaster. Maybe not disaster. I think the semblance is there. If I could have custom models, ooh, it would be a different game. Hitbox is too big. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that, man. I could maybe find a way to turn Doomfist into a demo knight, where he can only melee, but he can still charge. But it just seems like overkill. I don't know if that actually critted, or if it just was the indicator. Can you disable Roadhog's hook for Fat Scout? Why? The whole reason I'm making this in Overwatch is to get away from those people. I want TF2 to be an esport, no matter what it takes. And you're trying to bring friendly lingo into my recreation. You want Fat Scout, then you can make your own TF2 in Overwatch, alright? Take my code and expand. Identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Let's be honest, the only reason I'm making this is to escape the hackers. Thanks, Fafnar. Good plan. You stay hacked after playing Mercy even when switching classes? Oh, great. I actually didn't even test her hacked thing. Okay, well I can't glide now. That's good. The hack is an unintentional side effect of that. Huh. I feel like for most classes that doesn't even make a difference. Oh, wait, I can't double jump. Never mind, it makes a difference. That makes a big difference. I'm not sure how to stop that. Maybe just ending an end? Hold on. Mercy? It's only set for Mercy. End? I don't think that'll fix it, but I'm just gonna hope it does. There might be some variable that's like if player changes. Or, actually, hold on, I could do... it's annoying, but... like, if I do every hero equals false, then it can only do it for Mercy. But that's so annoying. I have to add one for every single hero. Hero equals Reinhardt. I'm not gonna go through the whole list right now. Oh, never mind, I have time. Remember what I was saying about this is jerry-rigged? Yeah. Hero equals... I'm trying to remember all of the classes. I thought of making Ash Scout, because her gun reloads individually, so it's a bit closer to the scattergun. But there's no way to give her a double jump, other than letting her keep her, like, force of nature. And that, it doesn't really work. Because if I take the cooldown off of that, it's just permanent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Who else? Junkrat? Yeah. Sorry if I've been, like, pretty exhausted this stream, by the way. It's been, like, a really busy week for me. I've been juggling a lot of stuff. I'm a very antisocial person. I have a social battery where when it drains, I just don't want to be around people, and I need to, like, alone time for a day. And for the past 2 weeks, I've just been surrounded by people, so I'm kind of, like... I'm kind of on the edge of my nerve right now. But once the move's all done and I can settle in, I'll be able to stream again and not be so hollow. Did you listen to the new Car Seat Headrest album? I did, actually. It's different. It's more collaborative, right? I don't know the whole backstory to the most recent one. I don't have any strong opinions. I don't think it's like my favorite or anything. I don't hate it. I'm pretty passive, I guess. To be fair, I only listened to it once. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who am I missing? Genji, Reinhardt, Mei, Pharah, Sombra, Junkrat, Torbjorn. Oh, also, I was really stressing about putting out the video. The day that I uploaded it, I almost just didn't. Because, you know, coming back from 9 months... a lot of internal pressure on whether or not people would react well to it, I guess. People liked it, though. I'm not crying myself to sleep. I'm missing one character. Maybe 2 characters. Who? Widowmaker and... maybe Orisa? Watch this not even be the way to fix it. Had to go through all of them. Okay, so what that should do is the game should check to make sure that I'm not on those characters. And if I am, then it won't apply the status effect. What I'm worried about is the problem might just be that the status effect persists. So if I swap, it won't specifically turn it off. And if that's the case, then I'm gonna have to make a whole new game rule that turns it off. And then I gotta do that again. Favorite CSH album? Twin Fantasy. The remake of it. Or whatever you want to call it, the re-release. I've listened through some of the catalog. I'm not as familiar with the earlier stuff. Good opinion? Oh, it's the correct opinion. I know that. I still can't double jump. Damn, this round's taken a while. It's pretty fitting for TF2. Thanks, Cork. Teens of Denial. Teens of Denial would be my second. I wouldn't pick it as my first, though. There's way too many individual songs. Really like Sober to Death. I respect the taste, though. Was that a good idea in your head? I heard about that, Naito. I really liked the original Ovens LP. I'm sad it got taken off Spotify. That's like the biggest problem of liking indie music. That shit just disappears from all streaming platforms randomly. Ozma has an album called Double Donkey Disc that just was not on Spotify for years, even though it's got some bangers on it. There's a whole other Ovens album that's not on Spotify. Just, I guess, because it doesn't get enough listens to justify the money you have to spend to keep something on Spotify. I think that's the reason a lot of Spotify artists, smaller ones, just don't bother to put their old stuff. Because they gotta pay money for it, and it's like, why bother? Why bother? It's gonna hurt me. It's a good album, though. Yeah, the great tragedy of the indie kid. Oh, that's cool, Skippy. Don't get your hopes up. Don't try to be one of those people that drops out of high school to be a YouTuber. You can be a YouTuber, just stay in school, is all. Do both. Drop out of college, that's where you drop out. Ozma's original LP hasn't officially been released in years. Yeah, don't remind me. A lot of my preferred indie bands, I have to find, like, specific directories that are just archiving their old albums. But you find some cool songs. Ooh. Oh, for a second I thought someone hacked the Mercy. I forgot I applied that effect. I'm getting frame drops again. There's not much I can do about it. It's not on my end. I mean, I could maybe drop the bitrate, but I don't think anyone wants that. Okay, I need to address that. I need to address the 130 rockets. I don't even know why it's doing that. I have a specific workshop that hard locks her rocket launcher to only do 90 damage per hit. Oh no, is it because it's a... I think I'm a fucking idiot. I put on a damage modifier and not a damage... I'm a fucking moron! I think I was multiplying her damage by 90 or something. It should be set damage. That would explain it. Well, we have our answer. Hold on, I think I should go ahead and reset it. I'll do one more game. I got one more game in me. Yeah, I'll take the blame for that one. Okay, first thing I need to test is if I can swap from Mercy and not get hacked. Car Seat Headrest is my all-time favorite band. I can respect that. I feel like when I'm picking a favorite band, I want to have, I don't know, a larger discography of individual albums I love. Which isn't to say I don't love a lot of Car Seat's discography. But there's only really two, for me, there's only really two albums that I'm crazy about from them. And I can name other bands that I like 10 albums from. So now Mercy's not getting hacked at all. What happened? I don't know what happened, but I somehow disabled the hack from her. Okay. I'm not even gonna address it. I'm just playing through. How the fuck did that happen? If anyone's playing Soldier, let me know if the damage feels right. Tell me if you can one-shot at point blank. I gave Mercy the false thing, did I? Am I a moron? No, Mercy true. No, Mercy's true. As she should be. Car seat headrest is just sad Weezer. No, that's Prince Daddy and the Hyenas. That's sad Weezer. That's ska band Weezer. No, Nirvana is sad Weezer. Antarctico Vespucci isn't that sad of a band. They're like goofy. They have Jeff Rosenstock in that band. I know most of these terms are going over the average viewer's head. I'm done talking to a specific chatter. This is a conversation only for people with high taste in music. Sorry. Sorry if you're left out. Could you replace me with NaCl? I could, but he's already played. I don't recognize your name. That's why I dragged you in. He was in Spectator because I moved him out. Would you ever make a video on indie music? I kind of want to do a funk study on Feed Me Jack. They might honestly be my favorite band, OAT. Like, over Weezer, I would argue. I think even if Weezer hadn't put out all their bad albums, I would still maybe like Feed Me Jack more. So, we'll see. The reason I would do a funk study is because it's just pretty interesting to me how their career played out. They were putting out, like, genre redefining indie, I don't even know what to call them, an infusion of jazz and rock and electronic sometimes. They were just, like, they were changing the game, but they never caught on. Then they broke up, and a bunch of their band members went on to some other really cool projects. Plus, they have, like, a lot of cool musical stuff. Like, they utilize a lot of tempo and key changes, but it's getting a little too in-depth. I need healing. Doctor! Oh no, I'm still waiting for them to get back together. I'm waiting for the fucking day for Feed Me Jack to reunite. They don't even need to put out an album, just tour. I'll go. Nope. Point lost. TF2 would not let you jump over that. 1 point for Overwatch. Do you listen to TMP? As in Tame Impala? Or as in TMP? I listen to Dame Impala otherwise known as Melody's echo chamber. Tiny moving parts. That makes more sense. No, I don't really listen to them. I know of the band though. Okay, a scout would... Alright. You can call me bias in chat all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm buffing Orissa's damage. What I wouldn't give for a teleporter. Yep. Totally justified buff. Dude, you should be shredded! Heavy literally does like 50 damage a second. No, he does like 500 damage a second at point blank range. Wow. I feel bad for making her weak. That's my fault. What's the video making process of a FUNKe TV? It's not really a process. I usually write the script first, and I kind of write a script knowing what parts would be animated. But I haven't made a FUNKe study, or a FUNKe TV in a year now. Maybe 2. FUNKe study kind of replaced FUNKe TV, honestly. Like, I could have made the Class of 3000 video a FUNKe TV. I could have made World of Horror a FUNKe TV if I wanted. The format doesn't lend itself to getting put out as often as YouTube requires it. It's too much work, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Any idea for your next main or second channel vid? Yeah, I mean, I know what I'm planning out. I can't really work on anything until I'm moved. I mean, I can, but I can't record my voice. So best I can do is just play video games. That didn't work. Another World of Horror stream. It actually got updated since my last one 10 days ago. Plus, I do want to play on hard mode. Extra difficulty death. So I'll play it again. Whew. FUNKe, I've been trying to branch out. They're pretty cool. It's like a mixture of modern baseball, and the world is a beautiful place, and I'm no longer afraid to die. Is that actually the name of a band? The world is a beautiful place, and I'm no longer afraid to die? That sounds like the headline on a college thesis. Of philosophy. I do know modern baseball. I'll look it up. I tried, chat. You saw me go for it. I'm no stabby. I took your advice on not talking about projects you're working on because of the dopamine release, and it's been helping keeping you motivated. Yeah. It's a real... This isn't some bullshit I made up. It's a studied psychological phenomena. If you're working on something and you start talking about it to people, you're kind of taking away the surprise, the fun of releasing it. And that can really fuck with motivation. So if you're working on a project, not even a video, just like music or just like a pet project, I'm not saying like don't tell your spouse or your parents or something, but in my line of work, you know, I can't come on stream and tell you all about every video I'm making because it kind of takes away the fun of releasing it for me. As strange as it sounds. What's changed in this game mode? Alright, so imagine Overwatch, but it's like TF2. So the Genji, he's like a scout now. Aww. Okay, it feels alright. There's a lot I gotta change, but... Blade's name is over his face. Looks like someone got play of the game. Yeah, I think that's my last one for the night. Like I said, I'm running on low fumes here. I just wanted to collect some data. Thank you, everyone, for participating. I just heard my dog bark. That's gonna be it for today's testing. Hold on, I gotta go save it. Again, if anyone wants to take the code and mess with it, 86N7B. That's a code. If you wanna steal it, you're welcome to. You can, I don't know, email me if you come up with some cool stuff. I'll tinker away with this in my free time. Maybe come back to it later. But it's not like a high priority. I was just trying to kill time today. So, yeah, that'll be it. Alright, that's the end of the stream. Again, sorry I'm not, like, super high energy today. Once I moved, which is looking to be on Friday, I want to not have a stream schedule, but I'll be back with some regularity. I'm sure everyone here has seen it, but I uploaded a video on my actual channel. If you're into that, you can go watch it. I may stream again before Friday. It's up to whether, like, there's something I just really want to stream or test. But otherwise, you can probably expect me the earliest either Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday, depending on how hard it is to move. I'll go eat something. I won't make the joke. Bye. Your mom.